Something.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm
You got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky?
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, welcome, wherever, whenever, however you all are. Welcome to Toxic Tuesday. I apologize for the lateness. It's all me, by the way, all me, not my guys backstage in the back door waiting. Got men back door. It was all me, so I apologize for that. So, anyways, happy you all are here. Toxic Tuesday reigns. The Transporter tonight, part 2 of 3 weeks of Jason Statham. Technically, this is part 2 of 4, but we'll get into the pseudo-spiritual sequelality of that all later in the show. Let's acknowledge those comments. What's up, Nick the Greek? Tornadoes, Davina Duckworth. Hello, Jonathan Conroy. RJ Godzilla. How's it going? I see D-Bud Martin. D-Bud, how's it going? Yeah, look at them dudes. Dave C. What's up, Dave C? And of course, guys, we are on Rumble as well. I will post the Rumble link in the chat. So in case you want to be a dual streamer during the show, what's going on. Either way, we're going to transition later, no matter what, for we can actually play like actual clips. And since this is a, well, fast movie, we're going to probably maybe transition a little sooner than you think. So, oh, look at that. Tornado starting off the show with $10 super chat. Says, that pear character. I like that. I like that, Tornadoes. I like that. Good old pear flying in the air like it's like a Superman, but it's a pear. Dude, thank you for the $10 starting off the show, man. I appreciate that, Tornadoes. And then Dustin, who's on my damn panel, Keto Simple Man, who, by the way, I was listening to a little bit of a stream earlier. I was a lurker. Dustin Keto Simple, huge crowd type. Good for that, man. I'm so happy to see him killing it. And he comes with a $5 and he says, let's get toxic. Oh, yeah. I can feel the toxicity from this one tonight with the Transporter. So, yeah, obviously, last week we did Crank. Tonight, the Transporter. Next week, the Beekeeper. And, well, we'll get to the pseudo-spiritual sequel one. Well, it's not really a sequel, but like a loosely attached type of thing. We'll get into that later. But good to see you guys. Thank you for starting the show strong with some sweet old super chats. Let's bring in our dudes. We'll start off with the Dustinator himself. Hi, Dustin.
What is up, everybody? Oh, I'm glad to be here. Glad to be back. A bunch of weeks off trying to get stuff taken care of. Was sick, all that dumb shit, but I'm glad to be back.
I'm glad you are back. Your stream you were killing on your stream, by the way, man. As I was getting ready for my show, I had you on in the background. I'm like, man, homeboy is killing.
Dude, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm glad to be here. Glad you were lurking. It's good to know that my boys are watching from a distance.
Hey, I'm always watching you.
I hope so. I got something to show you.
Oh, it's good to see you, man. Thank you for being here. And another guy who I'll be seeing literally in less than 1 month, aka Mr. Redshirt, next month. What's going on, dude?
Oh man, getting ready to go there, watching movies. This is a fun movie. I love this movie, but I like the next week's movie even more. So be here for that. Jason Statham in his two smartest movies, this one and that one. Oh man. This has some of his best dialogue. I love the sparring matches in this one between the transporter and the French detective, who looks like the French detective looks like an unmade bed. He's like the French version of Columbo. You almost expect him to say, just another question, monsieur, and one more question. And oh my God, this movie is fun. And I was thinking, as an intro to this movie, I saw Taken, and with Liam Neeson, and I think that was directed by Luc Besson. He was involved in that, right? Let me check me on that.
Yes.
And that's basically an improbable series of coincidences that if any link in the chain breaks, the movie comes to a dead stop and it's done. And I thought, after watching that, I thought that reminds me of The Transporter. Mm-hmm. And I watched the credits coming into The Transporter yesterday when I rewatched it. And lo and behold, Luc Besson was not the director, but he was one of the two screenwriters.
Yes.
So that's why I think I had a Luc Besson feel to this movie that reminded me of Taken and vice versa. And yeah, they're improbable. Don't expect them to be documentaries, but oh my God, they're fun to watch. So this is going to be a great time.
Oh yeah, I hear that, brother. Let's have some fun tonight. Thank you for being here. And of course, the man who makes all our fantastic visuals happening, homoeroticism and all. Hi, Mark. You survived local politics.
Yes, I did. Yeah, the meeting ended early. I can't believe it. Yeah, normally, politicians like to talk and talk and talk. So, so it was a quick meeting. Brian is very happy too because he doesn't have to run the slideshow. I was ready to go both ways. Don't quote me. I could have run the slideshow. He could have run the slideshow. But
I got news for you.
What meant to go both ways?
I got news for you, Mark.
Well, there was a lot of French going on in this movie tonight. Yeah, a lot of oil slicks and.
Dude, I died rewatching that scene because I'm like, and now with Toxic Tuesday lenses, that trans oil scene. It really gives you a different outlook on life when you watch Toxic Tuesday.
Could Jason Statham, transform us to the other side? He's so good looking with those abs. I don't know.
If John Wick could have a wet fight, Jason Statham can have a sticky fight with like 5 or 6 dudes.
Oh, that was a slimy fight, man. Nobody could get a hold of him. You'd have to put glue on him for it to be a sticky fight. They couldn't touch him. It was great. And yes, this is tonight is Toxic Tuesday with more axle grease.
Okay, so during that fight, did anybody else touch themselves, or was that just me?
I see
more lube.
More lube.
I hope they called the EPA to clean that up.
Oh, there's a mess there. 70s. Hi,
Good
sir.
evening. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, but apart from the lube, I think I always identify with Jason Statham as a bald man. I think he represents all that's good about baldness.
That does, but okay, that bothers me to a degree because I'm a bald guy and I have to keep my hair shaved, my head shaved, because that toilet ring that he gets drives me up a wall. I'm like, why wouldn't you shave? Why do you want to have a toilet bowl? I don't understand. I don't get it.
He should go. Yeah, he needs to be full bald, full shaved.
Well,
Just like
he's got some hair there.
He
Yeah.
does go full shave later in his life. He does.
He'd penetrate harder then.
Full bush or go home.
Full bush, man. Well, we'll see with Jason. I mean, I don't know, man. He I think he pulls off the bush and the dome. Tell me I'm wrong.
Depends
Well,
which
I don't
bush
think
we're
he has
talking
any trouble
about.
picking up the ladies, right? So, and maybe
I was gonna
some
say
guys.
either way, he's definitely still getting the ladies in his life. They're like, there's not like, oh, I hate Jason Statham with hair.
Right.
It hasn't happened. Never heard of her. Never heard of her one bit. Sadly, I have a full head of thick, luxurious hair, he says. It's Jason. He gets a pass. Our dudes know what's up here. They know what's up. Oh, guys, no, that's the beauty with a toxic man like Jason Statham. It's perfect because the dude want to be badass like Statham, and the ladies obviously want him. And then Tornadoes just sends another $10 like that, you crazy man, with a pair that's flying like Superman. Tornadoes, you are a generous son of a bitch, dude. Thank you for the 10. Holy crud, man, you are nuts, dude. But I love you. I love you. All right. Hey, shout out to Tornadoes. Let's give him a little clipping tip for that one because he deserves it, right, guys?
It's like winning. I don't know, man. I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have one speed. I have one gear. Go.
I smell horse shit. It's horrible, but I can smell it.
Smell that shit, baby.
Winning.
That's
right, winning.
The more we keep playing that, yeah.
Now, Mark, do you have the slide?
Oh yeah, I'm primed and ready to go. Yep.
All right, we'll get it up right
the word
now.
is given. I will get it up. Yep. Here we go.
You don't have to. You know around here you don't have.
Yeah,
to
I know. Yeah, I was waiting. I was actually waiting for that super chat to. Yeah.
Ah, okay. That's fair. It's valid.
Yeah,
it's valid. Yeah. I can dig it.
We speak each other's unspoken language after all this time. Yep.
All right, I see you back there. All right.
Oh, we double clicked.
Of course you start off with the shot. Of course you hit.
Yeah, he's wearing underwear, guys. Calm down.
What's better in here, the ass or the chest? Which is better, the ass or the chest?
I mean, I'd be happy with both, I guess. Fucking.
You're going the wrong way.
Tell me you wouldn't. You
should have covered her ass with Mad's face.
Well, you might have some stuff coming up. Yep.
So, Yep.
Oh yeah. I gotta copy that over. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Well, I got time to do that. I got time to copy that over.
All right, there's some Mardiganisms in this one. There's some Mardiganisms, that's for sure. In this one.
I don't think anyone wants me to start the slideshow now.
I get what he did when he said show hole. You
all right? I guess I'll have to
man.
start the slideshow. Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Oh no! Oh, you had a presentation line.
Yeah,
presents the transporter.
We're all going to be trans tonight. We're all trans tonight in honor of the transporter.
Hey, 5 men transitioning together tonight sounds like a delightful.
We're
night.
all being transported.
It's like a sheet meal on a ship. Like, what's happening?
So I remember when I saw this was a new movie upcoming. I think it was like the fall of 2002. And I remember being the only one out of my circle of friends who wanted to see it at the time.
What's wrong with your friends?
I know. I had really awful friends.
I was in the cinema to see this.
And they're like, how? I'm like, you really want to see that movie, Nick? That looks really cheesy. Like, you want to talk about like that was like, and that was back in 2002. So I was a freshman in high school when this came out,
He's pretty much an unknown Statham in this movie. I can't remember now.
It was his first leading role. It was the first leading role.
His first leading role. Now, obviously, it's really what put him on the map. Obviously, he's gone on to do other things, supporting roles. He had a cameo in Collateral, Tom Cruise. Then he had Crank, which was another big breakout. And he's obviously done many other things since. He's obviously got a big recurring role in The Fast and the Furious. Obviously, he is now as the Beekeeper. Next week, he has A Working Man, which I will not only see right away. That's going to be one of my first movie reviews for that film. I will definitely do a review for Working Man because me not covering action movies doesn't make sense. I have to talk about action movies for my channel. It's like why Toxic Tuesday is a thing because there's a lot of action, a lot of testosterone. So I'm actually finally going to also read the book to Levon's Trade before I see the movie, since it's supposed to be based off the first book from Mr. Levon Cade, who Mr. Statham is playing.
That's my surname.
Statham?
No, Cade.
AIDS?
Cade, yeah, AIDS.
Okay.
AIDS.
I know.
Yes, Nick, AIDS.
Dustin
I was going to tell you after we poked, but whatever.
Oh, Dustin AIDS.
You guys are so juvenile. My God.
Well, yeah.
Next thing you're going to spell boobs on your calculator and get all excited. You haven't seen any in real life yet.
Well, of course we're going to be excited about that, dude. Come on.
It doesn't matter
man.
how many times you see boobs. It doesn't matter. I've been with my wife for 15 years almost. Every time I see them boobs, I get happy. There's no like.
What about when she sees your boobs?
She sad, but I mean,
there is no expiration date on boobs.
There is not. Boobs are life. Boobs are life.
Yeah.
Could you bottle that and sell that? Like, here's.
If I could bottle that and sell that, I would be living in Monte Carlo right now.
Right.
Well, you'd be nearer to here because this is Nice, isn't it?
Yes, this is a short bus ride.
I've been there long ago.
You all ride the short bus.
One thing I
got the high part. I got the high part.
Hard part?
High part.
Oh, I said hard part.
Those French police are just about to surrender.
Yes.
Just took one look at him and we give up.
Oh,
yeah, he looks okay, I guess they're saying there. No, the guy's saying I'd do him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not bad.
That's funny.
Emil Clark says,
I almost choked on my rock star.
I don't want to kill Nick that early in the show.
Yeah, we don't want to kill him. We've got show to do here. But we can talk more about Meghan Markle's boobs.
This is
probably not a lot, but I bet they're fantastic.
Oh,
has she got boobs? I can't remember. Meghan Markle?
Even if they're just like a speed bump and areola, it's enough.
She's married to one. She's married to a boob.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Whoa.
Hey, say Luc Besson. I'm a big fan of Luc Besson. I mean, over the years, he's made some stuff that's been great, some stuff that's been so-so, but he's never, ever been particularly woke. He's made great action, sci-fi stuff. Luc Besson's pretty good. For a European, he's actually a pretty good filmmaker.
Oh, it's weird because if you look at the credits for this movie, there's different credits in different countries for this movie. Like the U.S. poster shows that Corey Yuan is the director and Louis Leterrier is the artistic director, but the European release lists Yuan as the action director. And
yeah, he's the action director. Yeah,
traditional director. So I'm like, why is this listed like that? Why did this one specific movie have to be that way?
That's actually more common than we would think. I think a lot of movies, sometimes they only credit one director, but sometimes they bring in a guy just for the action. And that's what they did in this case, because some people do the talking bits and some do the action bits. Different directors, so
well,
it's quite common.
when you get into a car with me, just know that you don't ask questions, and we never change the deal, okay?
And you don't weigh me.
I don't weigh you.
Don't weigh me.
I don't weigh you. So if you're gonna bring men home, you gotta make sure you stick with like 2 men. If you bring 3 more men, that's gay.
You gotta.
Well, maybe you want it to be gay, but
he's charging me extra for this ride. Damn it, discrimination. Did you see that rapper that was suing because Uber wouldn't give her a ride or one of the cars? She was like,
"Holy shit!" She was on Charlemagne the God's podcast.
Yeah,
she was like, "You guys got a bigger chair?" She was dick bag.
Yeah,
yeah. They gave her a couch to sit on.
Yeah, for real.
What?
Even the couch then.
The couch was like.
The couch is no.
Yeah. The couch cried.
The couch cried. There was one point in time I thought that guy looked like Nicolas Cage in his really terrible burglar mask. Like the other guys kind of look. I tell you, like the guys they got their eyebrows covered. That guy's face is absolutely exposed. That shit's like Batgirl's mask. It's hardly even a mask.
That's. I know I mentioned it to you this past week, Nick, but that looks like what Rocco wore in Boondock Saints.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 guys had the nice neat eye holes and one for the mouth and nothing on the nose, and Rocco's has got jagged eye holes, a hole for his nose, and a great big opening for his mouth and chin. And it looks, he's just about as recognizable in his quote mask as these idiots are. And he's supposed to be a screw up. I mean, that's part of the joke of Rocco in that movie. But oh my God, I was looking at this going, these guys are all Rocco. We could kill everybody.
I don't want to get caught.
Yeah.
You don't want to get caught. Man. That voice, he must have made dudes like explode. He must have made women wet the minute he speaks. He did, right? See, I see Matthew Marzell's. He does look like Nicolas Cage. Once you see it, like you can't unsee it.
Yeah.
He was like, Jason Statham, give me all the car. Come on. I'm freaking out, man. I got the guys in back of me. Shoot this asshole. I'll drive. That sounds like me doing Tom doing Nicolas Cage.
Actually, that sounded more like you doing me doing Nicolas Cage.
That's not a pretty image.
Yeah, the movie's available on Blu-ray and DVD.
Oh, I thought it was on beta. Shit.
With an introduction by Foulball Productions.
Oh!
Speaking about beta.
Oh, man. Matt Foulball. Oh, damn. Oh, my face hurts. You can go get back moving, Mark. Go ahead. It's a quickie, so, and that way we could play a bunch of clips and tips on the Rumble because.
Oops, sorry about that.
So which one? Who got shot? The guy on the
guy on the far right.
Yeah, on the far right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
right behind Jason. Yeah, right behind the driver.
You should have had to weigh each one individually first, though, to tell the right one was going to get shot.
So are you saying that he was body shaming? Are you saying he was body shaming?
Did they just pick the fattest guy or what?
Yeah, I think they were fat shaming him.
Well, when I was working as an engineer at a particular company, they had a private plane, small plane to fly with a company plane, just turboprop. And unfortunately, there was a guy that was like 400 or 500 pounds, and he went to get on the plane, and the pilot's like, "I'm sorry, but you can't come on the plane." Everyone felt bad for him, but it was like, a small little plane like that. It's like the balance is all off, and kind of embarrassing for the guy, but
I actually flew what amounted to a small bus with wings on it from Puerto Rico to the British Virgin Islands once. And I mean, this is literally a plane where the co-pilot gets out and winds up the rubber band before the plane takes off.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the pilot literally told one of the one flight attendant to tell me to move to the other side of the plane
for balance on takeoff.
For balance. Yeah, I was asked, could you move over to this seat over here, sir? Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
By the end of the flight, you were out in the wing.
Yes, actually, I was I was hanging on to the antenna
I've
on the
been on a
roof.
couple of flights like that, but they're actually quite cute. It's cute to go on a scheduled flight with like 4 seats in it. It's quite an interesting experience.
How you doing, dude? Last week's guest, who I'll see in Vegas as well. What's up, Psycho Omega? Says that everyone, The Transport. Hello, everyone. The Transport is such a good movie. I went to see in theaters. Immediately bought the DVD. It came out. My man, you are a man of taste and priorities. Buying this on DVD. Yeah, I had friends with bad taste at the time who didn't understand what good movies were. So, I didn't know better. I was one of the youngest dudes in my class going through puberty. So I just had better taste in an earlier age than these dudes.
And don't worry, Nick, one day puberty will be over for you. It's okay.
Benjamin Button?
Thank you.
Benjamin Button after that?
Thank you, 70s. I was going to say, Nick, that you are still an earlier age. And you always will be.
I was all over this movie when it came out. It was my kind of shit. This was right up my street.
I'm sure you were all over it. Yeah,
I was all over it.
Me that you were all over it. I would put that past you to be all over this.
I had to come to the cinema as quickly as possible.
I guess it's better than coming in the cinema quickly as possible.
Now, this is not Pee Wee Herman we're talking about.
See, the only thing that's wrong, there's a mistake in that scene earlier because the French don't ever wash; they don't do laundry, so that laundry hanging out is not real.
Yeah, I had a friend. We had some friends that moved back to Switzerland, France, and then they lived in America for years. And the kids, and one became a school teacher. They're like, asked her, "Why do you change your clothes every day?"
That's right. Yeah, that's unrealistic. Having laundry hanging out like that. They don't
that would
wash.
make my life easier. Shit. Shander insists on wearing like 2 hoodies a day.
All right, so Psycho Megas mentions Shiku, who plays the character Lai. How fitting for a name, by the way. So apparently, when she got into this movie, she had to get involved earlier than others so she could learn English, because apparently she had a lot of rough translations with a lot of her voice parts because she would not speak English. She got smacked by her dad. I mean, obviously it's not her real dad. But yeah, she got smacked by her dad for not speaking English. So, yeah.
Why did she get cast then if she couldn't speak English?
Well, it happens all the time, doesn't it?
Did you see her rear? That's why.
Yeah.
That's discrimination. What if you don't have a rear like that?
English. That's right, Chris Stanley.
That's why I'm not in movies. My ass is like that.
Oh.
I don't know if you. I mean, that does happen. The guy who played the villain in Hellboy, who wanted to open up the portal.
Yeah,
he spoke no English. He learned every one of his lines phonetically and didn't understand a word that he was saying. And a translator had to tell him what he was saying so he could act it out.
Yeah,
but it'd be like me singing German in a choir. I don't speak German. I can pronounce it, but I don't know what the hell I'm singing.
Well, thank God his pronunciation's off. It didn't open up that portal to hell.
That's like Mila Jovovich in the Fifth Element. She didn't speak English either.
No, she didn't.
I think that kind of casting was to try and attract a Far East audience, because she'd been in a lot of movies in East, so. And it's that kind of fast action movie with that kind of action in it, very Hong Kong type action. So it was a decision to try and bring in some audience out in Hong Kong and Taiwan and so on.
Yeah. This whole thing reminds me. Jackie Chan is like all over this movie. I don't, he's not involved with it. I don't think. I haven't read much about it, but just like that was the feeling I was getting. Like he's trying to be like an American Jack. Well, what's his nationality? British or is he
British?
French? He's British, right?
He's from England.
England.
Dyson Stipham. Dyson Stipham.
But I don't know if you got that vibe, guys got that vibe for just in terms of using the in the bus scene and just some of the crazy moves that he has karate style that I thought he was channeling a lot of Jackie Chan and doing his own stunts.
Well, it's that Hong Kong action movie with those types of set choreographed action scenes with the fight, like the oil or whatever. That's the kind of thing you see in those movies all the time. So it was very much aimed at that audience, that style.
Yes, and the improvised weapons is another hallmark of Jackie Chan that Jet Li actually adopted in a movie that hopefully I'm going to convince Nick Weiser to do on this channel one of these days, because it looked like Jet Li had been watching Jackie Chan movies before he made this particular movie. I'm not going to say what it is because there's been no agreement on doing it.
That's funny you mentioned Jet Li, because speaking of Jet Li, Statham got this role for the Transporter because of his previous role in a movie with Jet Li titled The One.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was what landed him the role, which we will be doing The One early April. We're gonna do 2 weeks of Jet Li. We're gonna do The One, then Hero, and then Rush Hour 1 and 2. So yeah, it's gonna be wild and diabolical. So technically, we get 4 weeks of Statham between now, next week, and then when we get more Statham after that with the Jet Li movie. So we're getting so much Statham. Then RJ Godzilla had a really great comment here that I need to highlight and really emphasize on. He says, Transport is kind of like a canon movie, the bigger budget. Here's the best part about that. Not only are you right, but let's double down on that statement. Every Statham-led movie is a canon movie, the bigger budget, because they all are batshit crazy. The deaths are always insane, super exaggerated. They're all toxic, and they're all such a good time. And when characters die, they fucking die. So it is just glorious. And there's nothing that's about these movies that is trying to be rooted in reality or be grounded or groundbreaking. He makes canon movies. That's what he does. Except he Stathamizes them. That's what he does. Thank you for your wonderful comment, RJ Godzilla. Cheers and beers to you, sir. Oh, look, our boy's got throw up in his mouth. No, hey, I just cleaned my car. You want to mess with the car?
That pukes for you. Sorry.
Dude, when he landed on the ramp of that thing that was carrying the cars.
Yes.
Oh, man. You see awesome. That? I know. That is some wild shit, man. His tires would have bursted just landing on that thing.
And this movie sets up, all the rules, kind of like, John Wick. They all have their rules, right? So you're like in this other world where, like, I'm like, shit, I want to go to the bar tonight and get paid to transport some shit in a really old minivan, and make like, $100K and hopefully not get caught. But, it's like they create like these, other worlds where like there's transporters and, you're pulled into this fantasy. You're like, I'm looking at the BMWs driving tonight. It's like, where are they going with that BMW? But yeah, this is some great stunts. It's just a lot of fun. So yeah, this is just a wild stunt. Yeah.
And for people who are a fan of cars and driving, that we just saw a slide of it. They actually show the driver's footwork driving a manual transmission car in order to keep shifting up and down.
No, I got to correct you. That's a theft prevention device these days. It's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, that in cursive writing is a code. But yeah, they. I love the fact that although I find it hard to believe that a 735 is this fast, but that's just me. but the idea that he is an expert, you get the impression from watching him drive, steer, look, and operate pedals with his feet. He really is a racing level driver. This would be like a Formula One driver driving a BMW, transporting a package. And most police officers, Nick, what is it? Nicholas in Hot Fuzz, trained in police driving. No, not at this level. You're not.
No. And if you see an amazing driver, or if you've ever been in a race car or driven with something, I mean, the G-forces I mean, you can get really scared really quick if you're not used to it. So, you remember that commercial with Jeff Gordon a few years ago where he
Which
pretends
one?
to pick someone up in a Corvette and it's all whole setup and he's wearing like a mustache. It was like 5 or 6 years ago. And
Yeah.
someone had made fun of Jeff Gordon's driving. So they set it up so Jeff Gordon was the one picking this guy up at an airport or something like that. And then Jeff Gordon proceeds to drive like the Amazing Race Car drivers. And you're watching this guy get a heart attack. He's like, and it was all like on a, they set it up like on a, so it was all safe or whatever. But it was just like, I'll try to find the link. It was freaking amazing. Just the way people can drive when they're, at that level. It's, you think they're good at football as, at a pickup game and you go play against, the Eagles, and you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
There's a reason, your ego gets you. But these guys can do, and gals these days too, can do things with cars that are incredible. I mean,
and the worst combination is an expert driver with an evil sense of humor. Because I remember being driven around Lime Rock Park, the racetrack in northwestern Connecticut, by the chief instructor, Skip Barber. We're in a 14-passenger van packed with guys who've never driven at the track before. I was one of them. And the driver says to us, now I'm going to show you what happens if you turn in early to the left-hander. And he turned around, he turned the wheel, and then he turned around and looked at all of us. and we're looking out the windshield as he's looking at us, and he's driving right off the road into the grass in a Dodge full-size van. And it was I was like, it was a symphony of puckers.
He's done it hundreds of times before.
Of course he has. He knows exactly where the van's going to wind up, but he just wanted to see. He wanted to see the looks on our faces when he drove off the road because he turned in too early. And I'm like, you evil son. I didn't say it because he was the chief instructor and he already didn't like me. But it is a really good driver. Doesn't even have to work at it to scare the crap out of somebody who's riding in the car with them. And by the way, just for the record, I've read race car drivers' stories, and they don't like riding with each other because every race car driver has a different style, brakes at a different point, turns in a little bit differently. So if a race car driver gets in a car with another race car driver and does a lap of the track he knows well, he's terrified because this guy's going to get both of us killed because I don't drive this way. And he's sure he's the best driver, right? That's why he's a race car driver. But so he gets in a car with somebody else. He's like, oh, shit. So it's not just us. It's not just normal drivers. Race car drivers don't like riding around with other race car drivers.
Someone pulled over Mario Andretti and he said, the cop was like, who do you think you are? Mario Andretti's like, well, as a matter of fact, I am.
Actually, Mario told that story and it was about AJ Foyt.
Oh, it was AJ
and AJ Foyt was half on the sidewalk at the time, apparently. And the cop pulled him over and said, who do you think you are, AJ Foyt? Because at that time, AJ Foyt was famous and had won Indy, and Mario hadn't yet. And Mario said that was the funniest thing any of us had ever heard because he didn't even say anything. He just pulled out his driver's license and handed it to the officer. And it says, AJ, Alfred James Foyt or whatever his full name was. And I mean, the officer just went, oh. Slow it down, please, AJ. Yeah. Oh, that is a very famous Indy 500 story. I'm pretty sure it was Foyt that was pulled over, and I heard it from Mario Andretti on one of his interviews.
I was mixing it up.
Yeah. No, but yes, it is classic because they said, one, race car drivers don't drive standards. When they rent cars, they drive automatics because, as Mario Andretti put it, if I'm going to drive a standard transmission, you need to pay me. So they drive these shitbox rental cars, but they raced each other to the hotel after a track day every day for a month. And it must be absolutely terrifying to be in Indianapolis when the drivers leave the track because Mario said they were driving on the sidewalk to try and pass somebody. And the cops come out and they start watching for the race car drivers and they're speeding through town going flat out. The world's fastest car is a rental car with full collision coverage. and this guy pulled AJ Foyt over and didn't recognize him, and it is one of the funniest stories I've ever read about the Indy.
Was it very fancy driving? Very fancy.
Oh, it was very fancy driving. Yep, let's put it this way: AJ had the attention of every traffic enforcement officer within 3/4 of a mile that day. much like our hero in this movie that I'm distracting us all from. So
no, you're good. You're good.
Back on the nice women. He's talking about the nice women here.
He prefers the women, but see, Statham, he prefers the men here. He's all about the men. We even learned his true feelings when he's not near Lie. So he had to lie about Lie when we saw he got desperate in the water, which we'll cross that bridge later. But Chris Stanley, he asked a question I want to acknowledge, which thanks for your patience. There are, all right, so in the, let's just say the alternate world, there's 3 movies plus a prequel and I think a show.
I thought there was 4 movies.
But in Nick, the prequel. But in Nick world, there's only 3 movies and that's it. If you understand that statement.
Yes.
By the way, thank you for subbing to my channel, Sir Chris.
3 Stathams. There's 3 Stathams.
Yeah, they're as far it's I see there's 3 Transport movies the same way I see there's only 3 Indiana Jones movies. There's only 1 Matrix movie. Hopefully that gives you an idea of where I'm at. But yes. Anyways, now okay, what I did expect here when he meets up with these guys. And he fulfills another deal, and he goes and they give him a package like, oh hey, we'll pay you, we like you, we'll do all that. And I thought, oh, he's gonna run to a whole like shit show on the way there. And well, he does run to a shit show. I thought it was gonna be like someone else, not those guys themselves trying to kill him. Actually, that was the part I didn't expect. I expect them to have a bomb in that briefcase. I thought maybe he's gonna have a briefcase and others were right to try to chase after him because maybe he had something valuable. Yep. What'd you think?
The cops would set him up like it's full of coke or something. And
like some drug. Yeah, I thought he was getting set up differently, not like that. So that was a welcome surprise for me. I did not see the bomb coming.
No, yeah, that was a shock. Yeah, and of course he got lucky. He was buying. What was it, Orangina? What was
Orangina? Yes.
Dude. So I had to let Tom know that there was a popular soda 20 years ago, but I always called it Orangina.
You were drinking Gina juice all the time?
Well, it's funny because if you look at the vending machine when he goes to get that drink at the Orangina machine, there's a little holder and it's got straws in it. I'm like,
that shit was dope,
they
dude.
had straws? That's freaking awesome. They have straws in that. I'm like, that would not be out nowadays. And I honestly, the funny part is like, I never thought of Orangina until when I worked at my employer and I heard this old lady actually said it. She's like, if you look closely, it says Orangina. And there's something about when an old lady says those type of raunchy terms, it kind of hits a little differently. And you're like, oh, fuck.
Wouldn't they have run flat tires here after drinking his Orangina? I got run flat tires. I mean,
you're getting a DUI because you had too much Orangina tonight, sir.
Got anything to drink? 3 cans of Orangina. Get out of the car right now.
Orangina's with that new fruity smell. Oh, yeah. Dude, yeah. I saw it. Oh, there's the Michelin Man. I like how there's just a statue of the Michelin Man.
Yeah.
Did you know that the Michelin Man actually has a name?
What is it, Tubby?
Ghosty.
His name? No, there's actually a popular Instagram character called Ghosty. I know it because I watched.
Tell us. What is it?
BIP.
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 Bip. And Bip. No, I will not drink your Orangina. What are you giving me now through the straw?
She drinks
a bottle.
Oh, he's giving me the Orangina. Oh man,
Be
she's slipping
thankful
that
that.
China
Be
down.
thankful. That's all I'm giving you.
I guess we find out that she's getting married off. I guess was that what this was? That the dad was taking her to get married off to someone. I think.
Well, it's Europe. These things happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say that they're also what did they have like a bunch of people in their truck? They were trying to make them be slaves too.
Yeah, but I think her. It sounds like at the end dialogue, or someone help me out. But I think spoiler alert, you watch this movie, but it sounded like he was getting her, like she'll come to terms with it. But I thought it sounded like she was doing, it was an arranged marriage or a forced marriage.
I think he was bringing her there to run his company.
Ah, that's what you thought. Okay, I just wasn't sure what it's like. Why is she in this? Why is she getting transported this way? This didn't make sense to me. And he should have watched her pee too.
Yeah.
Orange China. That's how it's pronounced. I'm sorry, I don't buy that. That's funny, Snail Messiah. And Rob Altus puts citrus scented China. Oh man, we're not. That statement's gonna take a new lease of life on Toxic Tuesday. Like, guys, before you watch the show, get your oranginas ready.
I should have bought some oranginas for tonight
too.
Yeah, I do like the orange china.
Going forward, we're gonna have orangina.
That'll be a drink.
Show.
It's better than angina.
Oh well, it's not as bad if you have acute angina.
It was like ugly angina.
There is ugly angina, yes. That's bald, fit, middle-aged guys with a gut. They have ugly angina.
Ugh. Oh.
He caught her pretty quick.
You almost made me like snort out my freaking rock star through my nose with that comment.
Snorting rocks out of your nose, eh?
I just
7
got my
grams.
OG Rockstars trilogy the other day.
Oh, say that again, Dustin.
I got so when Pepsi bought Rockstar, they changed the formulas of the original flavor.
Yeah.
So now I have to order it off of Amazon because they produce it. It's called OG Throwback.
Okay.
They don't sell it in stores, so I have to order it from Amazon. And that's my favorite, is the sugar-free original.
Okay. I'll have to give that OG a shot. I think I first encountered it in around 2008, I think 2008. So we're talking like, what, 17 years ago?
Yeah, they changed it like about 3 or 4 years, maybe 5 years ago.
Okay. You know, that's crazy.
Now.
If they did, I believe you, because I know you're really good at keeping track of that knowledge. I can't tell the taste difference, but I still believe you. I still believe you on that, because who knows what they did now that's probably not as wonderful and delightful. I don't drink the regular one anymore. I'm a hardcore apple guy. I like it big green.
Well, okay, so this guy reminds me of what's his name from Game of Thrones, the guy that like Reek, whatever his name was. I know it's not the same guy.
Yeah. Well, that's a
the guy that John Wick's after.
No, this guy's still got a penis.
Yeah. I know, but it just reminds he has that face. It reminds me of that guy. Like he's like John Wick's gonna come and kill him.
And also, who was the bad guy in Blade? Who was the bad guy in Blade? The actor. What was his
Stephen
name?
Dorff. Stephen Dorff.
Yeah,
it looks got that look a little bit too. I thought Stephen Dorff. Yeah.
That's not Stephen Dorff. That's
I know, but he's kind of got that look, doesn't he? Like that.
Yeah, he's taller than Stephen Dorff.
Now I'm getting shredded on the comments. You guys are welcome to shred on me. It's fine. I absolutely welcome it. You can do that. You can call me retarded. You could call me all those names. I'm absolutely good with that. So please, I'm not exempt from this shit. I see, Dustin, I did read about that. I wonder about that. I do question that. Don't get me wrong. It's funny to entertain, but I question the legitimacy of that. That feels like something I like to ask.
If there was nothing involved with what they added to make sure or whatever, it wouldn't have been a non-issue.
Oh, of course. I agree on that strongly. I just wonder, like, what comments like that is that like revisionist history type of comment. But
Yeah.
now, do I agree? Yeah, if it really is just something that kind of happens like as like a sudden thing and doesn't really distract from the story. Yeah, obviously it's like who gives a fuck. Yeah, that type of stuff can happen. Absolutely, of course. Nick prefers his apple being held by babies. What the fuck? Nick like Hulk Big Apple. What the fuck? Oh, you guys are twisted. That's why I like you guys in this chat. Oh, we have a very toxic chat tonight. I love it. The chat
That's
is
all
just a
good,
bunch
yeah.
of toxic men too. But yeah, this is fantastic because I didn't think this is going to be the thing that would set the stage for the story. Was this guy? I thought he was just like a guy who actually liked him, but he's kind of like a prick type of like a douchebag type who happened to like him. Not the guy who ended up being one of his main enemies for the freaking movie. Oh man, definitely not what I expected. But hey, cost him his BMW that he said. There's the Gina.
There's
right
the China,
there.
yep. China.
All right.
I'm gonna have to add Mad's face to that vending machine.
But that means Jason Statham is putting his hand in Mad's orangina.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nasty.
You put your hand in my angina. You put your angina in my hand. Kaboom. So see, the angina saved his life. Oh, yeah, there's a license plate going.
Nope.
Yep.
It says fix 13. No, this is once again outside of Statham. There's not many guys who like really make it a priority to like do a lot of their own stunts. And it's been reported numerous times that he does a lot of his work for a movie, which, to be fair, I could see why some stars don't. It's not like they can't be capable. It's one of those things where you take a big risk if they get injured. And if he gets injured, there goes your movie because that's your main star. So
yeah,
I do
for insurance purposes.
Yeah, and there's that too. I feel like there's a lot of valid counter arguments, so I can't really argue against it. But it's still cool that we still get that. I will say that. I don't knock on movies for it because once again, it's valid, but it's still cool that we get this because it seems to be more of like a rarer thing. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Statham signs some sort of clause where I won't, have to be a liability for this, and that. I don't know how. I'm guessing here, but I would not be surprised if that was the rule because especially with how many regulations and restrictions and all the ins that they have nowadays, that's probably the only way he cuts through, let's just say, any red tape in order to do stuff like this nowadays, especially since he does have Working Man and now a Beekeeper sequel as well on the way. And he's still doing his work, most of it.
Yep.
And he looks like he's so believable in that role too. I mean, with this, his martial arts. So it's, it's very, very believable, right?
He looks like a tough guy.
Yeah.
He actually does look the part, which helps.
He was also a diver too. Don't forget too. So.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah. You're right.
He could play for the New York Rangers then, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Just kidding, mate. Just kidding.
Oh, I love that.
It's so weird.
He's a diver. He's a diver.
Oh,
I've seen the photos of him younger where he has like a much more fuller head of hair, and honestly,
he's wearing the he's wearing the Speedo. That's what you liked, right? When he's wearing the Speedo and diving.
Yeah, of course. I have that hung up in my room. I was like, Jason Statham, you and your Speedo.
Yeah, Nick has a poster. All of us grew up looking at the poster of the tennis girl. Nick has a poster of Jason Statham
in the Speedos.
in a Speedo with a full head of hair.
Yes.
We have to emphasize all those things. No, but when I saw that, it actually does look weird. I don't know if I'm used to him with less hair or bald, but when I see him with a full head of hair, I'm actually kind of freaked out. It's like one of those odd things where usually when you see a dude who for being bald, with hair. Oh, hey, look at you! You look like a new man.
So
But
he's
him,
not-
I'm just like, who the fuck are you? Are you a
So he's
Fed?
not brand loyal. He's going for the Merc now.
Well, now he is the Markeer.
I was quite happy to see the BMW blown up because every time a BMW pulls out in front of you without indicating, you just think, I want that to happen to it.
Well,
I want it to blow up.
As someone who used to work on BMWs, it was very fitting that a lot of these cars got blown up because the amount of times I worked on these cars and they were frustrated, that was the outcome. They just
There you go. Just the right amount of oil in them too.
Yeah, and it's appropriate because I don't know how many European movies you've seen, but I mean, outside of Italy, in Europe, most of the time police drive BMWs, and the people like the Albanian mafia drive Mercedes. So in European movies, it's very common that the good guys or the cops are driving BMWs, the bad guys are driving Mercedes. He steals the Mercedes from the guy who tried to kill him, so now he's driving a bad guy's car, which is absolutely on point for a European movie.
Sorry, I had to take that off.
No, it's okay. You're good. It was,
you had to remove the picture too, didn't you, Mark?
I was trying to transform some people there. Yep.
Oh,
he was actually a model for a while.
Comment was hilarious. The bulge in the Speedo follows every. D-Bud said Matt has a poster of the Top Gun volleyball. Well, God, yeah, we all know that. Matt with Top Gun poster? Yeah, dude. He probably has loads of tissue right next to his bed because of that. Straight up. Oh my God, these counts are going off about this stuff.
Brain bleach on aisle 3.
Okay, that's enough. I think we're too far gone, Rob. We're too far gone. We have already gone down a path, dude. When he freaking reversed that shit, I was like, bro, he's got a fucking molly. Can you imagine if he actually did her? She went flying. Boom.
Oh, I got to point out a big screw up in this movie.
Sure.
Oh, it's too far. We're too far back. But if you look,
all you want to do is pee.
See the front of the car when they drive through, and I was looking at Jason Statham pictures, so I missed it.
But you were looking at Jason Statham pictures. Go on.
Look, when they come through the gate, look at the grill of the Mercedes. It's fine.
It's on, and the license plate's down. Yeah.
And look what happened.
And now the girls, well, it's delayed. I mean, it just took a while.
I don't know. I think that's a screw up. I think they should have had the thing flying off there.
That's cheap. That's cheap German screws.
You're telling me that you like them staying limp early on.
I hate it when that happens. Yeah.
By the way, from personal experience, Italian cars do that without having to crash through a gate.
I'm just glad when you said personal experience, you clarified it right away about car, not about limpness.
Right.
Are you saying holy crap, we're so fucked. We are seriously, Frank, you stupid shit. What a swell guy that Frank Meyer, a true role model, almost runs over the girl, really teases it that he's gonna freaking nail her bad. Oh, boy.
How'd she get in the car on the chair, and how'd that chair fit in the car?
He must have a big trunk. That sounded wrong. You get what I'm trying to say, guys.
Yeah.
He had a lot of room in there. Oh, fuck.
And I found some background on this movie too. You know what it reminded me of? The everyone remembers The Hire back in the early 2000s. It was was filmed like a BMW promotional movie, and I think it was it was Guy Ritchie, I think, that was doing that. And then actually, if you read about this movie, it said this film was inspired by The Hire, and it's a promotional effort by BMW. So yeah, this was filmed in the south of France. Statham performed most of his own physical and driving stunts, and as we said, Chi spoke almost no English. Directors Louis Leterrier originally intended Frank Martin, Jason Statham to be gay. However, this angle was dropped during filming, and a sex scene was added between Martin and Lai. So what so we're not off the track there.
The thing is, he is so attractive to women and men. I mean, he is so masculine.
Yeah.
So you can see that.
So when you watch this at home 70s, who's more touched by this movie, you or your wife?
Who gets touched most, me or her?
No,
she gets touched more than I do. She gets touched more than I do.
I'll let you have that one, 70s.
Yes. I meant when you guys both see State.
Oh, you mean by the movie? Sorry, I didn't understand.
Yeah, by the movie.
Oh no, it's just my kind of movie. It's not my wife's. It's not my wife's kind of movie at all. No.
So she's like, you're cheating on me with Jason, are you?
Hong Kong style actioners are not her kind of thing.
Well,
she likes Jason Statham though. Don't get me wrong. She does like Jason Statham. She liked The Bank Job. Right? Remember the movie The Bank Job, where he wasn't so much of an action thing; it was more of a crime thing. She loved that one.
The Italian Job?
No, The Bank Jobs. Is it called The Bank Job? It's the one where he's robbing the Bank of England.
Oh,
back in 1963 or something, and it turns out to be based on a real political story of the time.
Yeah. I remember now.
To do with the British government at the time and so on. But she liked that one.
Mm-hmm. I remember that now. Yeah, I know.
Jackson stuff, and she likes the Guy Ritchie stuff. So. But yeah, she's not a big out and out action fan, particularly.
She has her own Statham.
I mean, let's face it. I'm much more attractive than Jason Statham and tougher. So
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying.
and you like hockey instead of
Statham
diving.
has a poster of you in his wallet.
That's right.
None of this hockey stuff. I mean,
I want to be a 70s rock fan. I gotta be.
She knows more about hockey than me. She grew up watching it.
Hey, Brian, I got you a birthday gift. It's the same Speedo that I wore when I swam. Oh, believe me, dude, he killed the shit out of this motherfucker right here. I was like, damn, he's killing his own guys, man. He's killing his own guys. You told them nothing, right? Nothing. You're gonna talk. Well, you could speak no more. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's when I knew. Okay, we got some big shit here. This is the guy 4 or 5 sheep agree that says right. Holy damn! What the hell is going on? Wow, that was not the comment I expected to read tonight.
I gotta pause the slow show to load up some special pictures because they won't be in the show, so I gotta stop.
That's fine. Keep it going in the background.
I never let my sheep my sheep watch Jason Statham movies ever. I don't need the competition. They can watch Wallace and Gromit, and that's enough.
Oh fuck! What the hell is this? Oh, so it's based on the day. Oh yeah, of course. I picked it from the garden outside. I hope you don't mind, dude. She goes full patriarchy for him immediately once she sees that he was an army boy. And that photo, the young Frank Martin, which actually that is a photo of young Jason Statham. She's like, I'm gonna cook for your ass and I'm gonna make you everything. He's just like, oh, what's this? Like quiet time. Shh.
Is it a sandwich?
Quiet. Yeah, right. Why'd you make me a cookie? It's no sandwich. Yeah, like seriously, she is like she's super patriarchy for him, straight up.
And she was baking like most Asian cultures. I don't believe they use their ovens. So that was even more impressive,
Well, you use somebody else's. Like you go.
No, but they just like my friends, married a Chinese girl, and like the oven is storage. Like they don't use ovens. It's just everything's on the stove. Like they don't make bread. It's everything's on the stovetop. So he always yells at her. He's like, you gotta learn to bake some. The bread is not so good. It's like steamed on the top of the oven. So, but yeah, so she's really working hard here.
Very stereotypical of you, Mark.
It is very.
I'm beginning to suspect there's something toxic about you.
It took you this long. Okay.
Wow.
It did. That's what she said.
Oh.
Yeah, so agreeing with me there, see?
I like how when he said that this is a quiet room in the morning, as soon as this guy comes in, it's a full-on conversation. Suddenly it was about being quiet now. So just like that. It must be a guy thing. Only the men can speak during quiet time. That's his whole shit. Only we can speak. But man, they fucking destroyed the shit out of his house right on after. Yeah, they fucking blew that shit up. And
is that house in the second one?
Oh, I haven't seen the second one in a long time.
I can't remember.
I know there's some.
Second one is a weird movie.
It is. I enjoy it. It's retarded.
It's very different. It's very different.
But I enjoy it. Obviously, it ain't the first movie though. The first movie is easily the best one, but I do enjoy it. I still need to rewatch the third one. I only saw it once, and I thought it was fine, but I gotta see if maybe
it's just too different. I thought it's very different in style and tone. Was completely different. I just thought about it. They should have made him gay because he drove a BMW. I mean, that's perfect then. He should have been gay, right enough. Yeah, now to think about it.
He should have been gay because of a BMW. Oh man, dude, they're seriously some of the most frustrating. Anything German has not been fun for me to work on. I used to work on a shop. I fucking hated it. By the way, chat, in about 15 minutes, we'll be transitioning exclusively to Rumble. It seems like there's already 15 of you there, which, by the way, thank you for transing early. This will be your link. Just save it for when we go there exclusively. So I'm put it in the chat, and we can rock and roll with you then. Okay, transmissioning. This scene has something for everyone. Sexy booty for the guys that show safe. Probably done by way of intention. Girls were looking one way and guys were looking another. Well, maybe the guys were debating which way to look, but we all know what the ladies were looking at. We all know. Yeah, they actually managed to avoid him. Look at the front grill. Pretty nice car for a cook. Yeah, right. No, definitely not suspicious here at all. Definitely not.
Yeah, I love the way he plays this detective because, like I said, he doesn't look like much, but you talked about how Jason Statham's character, the transporter, suddenly starts talking to him when he comes in, and I think that's partly because he knows he can't afford to ignore him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He knows the guy's too smart to be stonewalled.
Yeah.
And the thing they've got to do is they got to keep him from seeing the front of that car. But he already knows there's something off about this car just because it's a big Mercedes and supposedly your cook owns it. I mean, so yeah, he has all the instincts of the kind of cop that if you're doing nefarious things, this is the guy you don't want to meet. You know, this is the guy you don't want to run into, and he plays it beautifully. It's very, very, very casual at the beginning, but then he finally lays it all out on the table, and then the funny thing is, of course, you see that he's decided you could do this a lot more efficiently than we could. If I were outside, yes. If you were outside, and then he's standing by the open door.
It's clear that Inspector Tarconi is not oblivious. He knows there's a deal to him. He just has his finger on the pulse on what exactly is. But he knows, like, there is, to throw a Transformers reference, there is more to him than meets the eye. and not
Yes.
just for her, but for him too.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he knows he does. He's seen the poster of him in a Speedo, so he does know there's more to him than meets the eye. He could have been his gay lover in the original script. That would have been a twist. Him and the policeman. They would have made love with their faces.
oh, trans fucker. Oh man.
Oh boy.
And this was a fun moment, though.
This was.
What the fuck?
Watch out, one's down the chute.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually never checked to see if the stream is demonetized. I'm sure it is. Yeah, it's
It better be.
demonetized. Yeah. Oh, yeah, guys. If you I'm not drinking tonight, but if you in the chat, all 30 plus of you are drinking, raise a glass to yourselves. We are super demonetized. Thank you for helping us get there. We did it together. An hour and 10 into the show, we all got demonetized together. Thank you guys. See?
Do you get like a message during the stream, or you just look on stream right?
I look at the symbol to see. It goes from green to yellow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. When it goes to red, we have to tell everybody we'll be back in a minute. Hang on.
You know what's weird though? My crank stream somehow got remonetized. So it was monetized, then it got demonetized, and then it remonetized. I don't get it. I don't freaking get it at all, but it's okay. This one we're gonna stay demonetized. You can't keep us down. We are committed to demonetization with this one.
Oh, definitely.
Oh man, yeah. He had a good point though about when him and Lai were arguing, and he said that we blow this house, they get this house blown up, they have no idea we survived. It's a good way to start over because obviously she has the emotional response that gets him to realize, okay, I can't just finish here, but that is something to think about. Like, I never thought about it. I was like, wow, I could see his point before she brings him the smarter point. I like, hey, if they think you're dead, that's a good way also to get back at them too, because they don't expect you, and also they won't see him coming. So it's the perfect plan, really. Did you go on your Vegas trip yet, Tornadoes? Mid-April. That will be. I fly April 16th through the 19th. I will definitely stream from there. I'll be staying with Comics Division, Culture Casino, and Eric K. So it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be very homoerotic. And I gotta make sure Culture Casino's ass is 1,000 miles away from all of us. Because if he gets near any Yingling, he's gonna burn our place down with his asshole. And I don't need that shit in my life. And not just the shit from his ass. So please, everyone, protect yourselves from Culture Casino. If you go to Vegas, you don't want to get near his ass if he's drinking.
You don't want to. He has lethal beer farts, is what you're saying.
Oh, dude, yeah. His beer farts are wild, man. Seriously, like if Hulkamania can run wild on you when he's hulking out, Culture Casino can fucking beer fart a mania with his asshole, and it's horrifying.
Then now I'll know Nick is in the resort if I look up and Nick is hanging out the 32nd floor window, trying to get a breath of fresh air. I'm like, oh, they're in there.
Culture Casino's ass has been banned by the United Nations as a weapon of mass destruction. Oh, damn.
Talk about the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah. Culture Casino is not allowed in Guantanamo Bay because his presence with a prisoner would be considered cruel and unusual punishment.
That's right.
Oh, fuck!
I love this house, man. He's all set with like an escape route and an opera, and he's got
Wait, Mark, you don't have that in your house? Everyone's got one of those.
You do? Well, I'm a big Suffolk Health fan, so yeah, I do have.
Actually, you don't have that. Jeez.
And I also have an aqua lung for the hot chick who's got to escape with me when the mafia.
Well, you never know when you're going to need to escape, and you have a hot chick over. I mean, if you look like Jason Statham, that's an odds-on bet.
Well, just a second. I've got to pause the show. I've got to go make sure the gate is locked to my boathouse with the secret entrance. I don't want anyone showing up. So hold on. I'll be right back. I'm going to go check that shit out. Make sure my gate is locked underwater.
Oh! Whoa!
Whoa!
Holy shit-a-roni! $50!
Buy that man an orange China.
Damn!
Yes.
Tornado.
American dollars?
Dude.
Yankee. Those are Yankee imperial. Those are Yankee imperialist dollars.
Holy
That's freedom dollars.
shit! Tornadoes! You crazy! Holy damn, dude! Yeah, you can have that. You can get that visual for an extra second, but dude,
Yeah.
thank you. You did not have to do that. I mean, God, you're already always supporting this channel, but dude, that is insane, man. I'll make sure I stream from Vegas just for you, man. That is holy crap. Thank you for the $50 tornadoes. That is my mind is fucking blown away. Damn.
There's no sense in going off half-cocked.
Oh my God, the cock.
Sexual discrimination.
Thank you. And he says, Nick, Vegas trip, hope it's best. It will be, dude. It was already going to be the best, but you just made it better, dude. Seriously. That's incredible. Thank you. Wow. $50. Did not expect that one tonight, guys. And that was literally at 10 o'clock p.m. too. Exactly.
Wow.
That's even what. And welcome to the show, 13 King Style. Enjoy the show. We will be transitioning in about 5 minutes, actually, to Rumble exclusive, so we can play our clips exclusively there. That's gonna be fun. That's where the real fun begins, is all the clips there. So I'm excited. But yeah, there's a great line I wrote down earlier that what's his name? Inspector Tarconi says. And I was like, one of those lines where I'm like, wow, that's actually a really philosophical. It's like the most crazy, intelligent line in the movie. And normally I would call it the most out of place shit. But because of how true it is to life, it's kind of like rings true. He says, I always say, the way a man treats his car is how he treats himself. I was like, wow, that's actually really oddly powerful for a line that's basically in a canon movie. Like how that line got thrown in the mix is like, that's a very unusually intelligent line. Like, you don't expect that type of dialogue in this type of movie, yet here we are. And it was in a Jason Statham movie of all places. This is where the fun begins. I like how she says, don't open the package. That reminds me of another everything about package. Just everything just sounds really like.
And this is where this movie really goes downhill too. We got the freaking romance and the nudity here. It's just horrible. I mean,
shocking.
Sightseeing.
End the stream now.
I didn't see any nudity.
I like how Lai says to him. Oh, that's so wrong. there's a line she says later on in the movie. She's like, you're always complaining, except when we make love. Then you say nothing. I was like, wow. Yeah. I was like, I'm like a toxic male 101 with that line.
Yes.
Let's give Matt his moment here. Yep.
Oh, this is where
I can picture him saying it in bad English. Make it up trouble.
That's so wrong.
His hair actually looks nice there. It kind of goes together. Right? It kind of blended pretty nicely there without trying that hard.
That's so fucking wrong. Seriously, that Mark, that is just evil.
And the head tilt is perfect. That's the cherry on top.
Oh, damn. I bet you do like the Asian woman in the movie. Why do I have a Daredevil Born Again?
Oh,
thing?
did I hit the wrong? Oh, I hit the wrong thing.
Oh, you pushed
Whoops.
the wrong button, Mark. Yeah, you gotta learn to know what buttons to push.
Yeah,
Dude.
this new stream.
Hey, I'm
element
sensitive.
thing.
Be delicate with me.
Where's the overlay now? Where did it go?
See, you gotta learn where to put it sometimes.
Yeah, I put it in the wrong
There
spot.
you go. I put it in the right spot. I had to correct you after you diddled and then you messed it all up. So I had to
I diddled in the wrong hole.
Diddle in the wrong hole, you orangina man. That makes you want to grab it orange.
I'm burning in hell this weekend at church. Yeah.
Oh, I can't cry on my glasses.
Mark, this weekend you're going to have to go to both services.
Yeah.
What do you tell people in confession, Mark?
Yeah, I'm on the show called Toxic Tuesday.
How many Hail Marys you get for this show?
could you watch the show and tell me what my penance is? Yeah. Yeah.
I can't fucking help it.
Let's say 3,000 Hail Marys, 2,000 Our Fathers, and go work in the homeless shelter for the next 24 years.
What you got to do is just take your Hydro flask, fill it up with holy water, and just drink it during the stream.
Oh,
yeah.
I promise, guys, we're going to transition soon. Mark's just giving me a heart attack.
I thought you were going to say Mark's giving me a hard on. I was like, well, I mean, all of us.
Poor Mark had to
Mark
give
D
up
with the giant
for
C.
Lent. This is Matthew. Yeah. Go to the priest. What did you give up for Lent? I gave up our giant ginas.
Oh,
my
I
God.
swear to fuck, I'm not crying. You are crying. I swear. All right, chat.
The moon and the stars in the sky.
Why did that come from out of nowhere?
I swear.
My glasses are foggy. Shit. Oh, damn. Oh. All right, chat. One last time. I'm posting the Rumble link. Please transition with us. We're going in less than 1 minute. All right. We're going in, and we want you guys to come with us. So that's where we're going to be there exclusively.
Are we supposed to wait, or can we do it when we're ready? Like, what's happening?
Well, this is where you get to bust your cherry, Dustin.
Oh.
Yeah. This is the sweet spot right here. This is where you get to do it. So please, you gotta get on in there and come with us, and we'll enjoy the rest of the show. I'm going to. I know you will. You dead or alive, you're coming with me. So, all right, and 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and we are closing out the YouTube side of this. Once again, Tornadoes, thank you for the $50 on YouTube. In case you don't make it to Rumble, thank you. You are the man, sir. All right.
Was that the gayest countdown ever, or what? That was the gayest countdown ever.
Probably was.